Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Saturday. I'm on here, no mascara, just completely barefaced. Just gonna do my skin part of the video, and then I'm gonna get into how to do the brows. I got the new, actually it's not a new product, but for me it is. It's the new Brow Obsession palette, because I did not have this. All my videos I was showing how to use eyeshadow, but this is the actual brow palette. Finally came in, and mine is in dark brunette and black. So these are the colors. I mean, they're not by name, but it does show you by number exactly how to put each one on. Number 1, 2, and these are highlighters, and these are the brow powders here, and then that's the setting wax. So we're gonna give it a go today to see just how great it is and what it does with the brows. So I'm just gonna quickly prep the face, rose water, primer, my beauty serum. You can also do, I did a little bit of the daily moisturizer, but you can skip daily moisturizer if you want to do beauty serum. It's all up to you and how you use. You can use every product every day. You can use some products every day. Completely up to you. So just wanted to get this video up because every time I get something, I like to demonstrate it. In case anybody's looking for a new brow product. And as you can see, I do have acne-prone skin, and you don't want to dry out acne-prone skin. This is all natural based. So you do still want to hydrate it. So this is the beauty serum. Today I'm putting it all over. And I was just checking out, Facebook is really good about showing posts from years ago, and I saw my other video about how awesome the bronzer was. I actually was applying that a year ago today, so I shared that video. I might use it today. I was kind of inspired when I saw that, because you can use the bronzer right over the concealer. So this is me matching the concealer to my skin. Gonna just move right along, not really hesitate. This is like real life, how fast I go if I really needed to be out. So this is how fast I really go. And I just grab my brushes, sometimes grab what I am touching, and just get started. So I hope everybody's having a great day today. I appreciate you stopping in, saying hello on the video. So the concealer is my go-to, always under anything. It can stand alone, almost like a foundation, and I just buff it in. Evens out the skin. It's lasted me forever, this concealer. And I'll get right into this video about the brows. I just want to get this base face on. Look at how fast you can go. It looks funny to be going this fast, but this is actually me. Usually me this quickly with the makeup if I need to get other things done. So just was here prepping this morning, doing getting ready for a presentation that I'm doing at the school I'm going to be in the fall, getting ready with some of the paperwork and the copies. So I was busy doing that this morning. Yeah, it's always a lot, guys. So I want to get right into the brow palette. You do not have to moisten anything like you saw me moistening with the setting spray, and it's a dual brush. This is our special brush for it. So I'm going to use the angled part and going to be dipping right into number 1. And this is in the color, you can see in the title, this is in the color dark brunette black. So just going to go on. I'm not really used to the brush, so I'm just getting used to it. Oh wow, much smoother than the eyeshadow. Extremely pigmented. Yeah, this is the first time I'm using it. So you can outline and then fill it in, whatever your preferences. I don't really like to go too far. I like to really keep it to the natural brow. And I've said this before, always shape your brows, whether you get them waxed That's like 50% of a nice looking brow. Or I use the threading. The threading for me is just as good, and it's only like 10 bucks. So I go to the Indian Threaders, been going to them for years. Just because of the price is so much more economical. I never really got into waxing. It was always the threading first. A friend when I was very young took me to them right here in my local area. So it was the first thing I tried. So this is number one. Wow, number one really did it. I actually am glad I purchased this. I've been going on here with the eyeshadow, and the eyeshadow is wonderful, but it's just not meant to be used as a brow product. It's meant for the eyes. So I'm finding, of course, this is a longer brush, so I'm going down toward the tip because it feels like I have more control. My other one that I was using was not for the brows, it was more to do eyeliner with. And this is just color number one. I didn't even go into, like this would be, I'm finding this is dark enough here if some of you agree. I didn't even go into color number two, which is even darker. I mean, you don't even need number two, but let me put a little bit of number two on. So it's better to, and I'll work on the beginning a little bit more if you like that faded look, but it's better to use the darker color towards the middle down to the end of the brow. So I dipped it just a little bit into number two. Let me get the mirror. So I hope these demonstrations are helpful for any of you looking for natural base makeup. When I say natural base, mineral base, what it means is there's just not a lot of chemicals and preservatives in the makeup. This eyebrow actually needs a little bit of a haircut. I actually could shape this better before applying a brow product. But I'm going to need them shaped a little bit better soon. They just need their shaping. Even there's like a little hair I can see right here, a little hair that needs tweezing over there. I like this. I'm finding a difference. I feel like when you use products for that particular area of the face, it really created an easier, it just glided on easier than the eyeshadow. If any of you were thinking about getting a specific brow product. I've tried our pencil, I've tried our gel in the little container, and it was okay. I just didn't prefer to use it, so I just started using the eyeshadow. It was okay for me. It's all preference. I don't really like using pencils on my hair, on the eyebrows, so I'm going to go back in and do the front a little bit using color number one, but I am glad I used this color. I think I look better with a darker brow, and that's been the trend. I used to use the lighter, and just like before, just holding it straight up and down for the beginning, and then just holding it sideways when you go to fill in the hair. So there's the color here. Now they included, let's see what the wax does, if the wax really makes it, I see much more polished look with this. So definitely leave me your comments. I mean, you've seen me, if you've caught me using the eyeshadow, what the difference is. Ah, thank you. So you do see a difference? And they look different because they need shaping. I need to go to the threaders very soon. They need shaping. Like you can see some hairs hanging down. It needs some cleaning up. It needs cleaning up. So let's get into some of these other highlights, and then I want to show you how the wax goes on. I see a big difference. I don't think enough Y sisters were celebrating this. They didn't even make a big deal out of it. That's why I'm thinking, well, what is it? Not as, you know, just equal to the eyeshadow, but this is completely different than putting the eyeshadow. So for that reason, I didn't buy it. So I just got personally tired of using eyeshadow on my eyebrows. Okay, so this is number 3. This is considered a highlighter, the pink. And the highlighters, I would imagine, as we know, go right under the brow. Let me see if this is, might not even be the right brush. Let's just see if I can use almost, because it is a powder, so I'm going to use an eyeshadow brush that's a little bit more dense. That was very, very subtle. It almost feels, oh, actually, if it's a wax. I thought I was dipping into a powder. This is a wax, everybody. No wonder why I'm like, why isn't it going on? Oh, it is going on. I can see it. I don't know if you can see a slight pink, but it's like, see, this is me trying this stuff for the first time. That's like, what? This isn't a powder. This is like a cream consistency. Oh, so you know what it is? It's number 3 because it's getting the skin dewy so that the powder sticks. I see what they're trying to do. The powder is sticking when you go to highlight with this highlighter color. They're both considered highlights. Oh, and be very careful because I found I got a little bit of the brow product in it, but obviously I could clean that up. I thought it was a powder. It looked like a powder to me from just eyeing it. But yeah, you can see it going on there. Some people like to highlight just completely around the brow like this. One thing I'm seeing, since I'm doing like kind of like an unboxing review, be very careful there's nothing on your hand. Where are my wipes? So that you don't get, like, you can see a little bit of the brow product got mixed in by accident. I must have had a little bit on. Now that I know what this is, probably could use the cream shadow brush so that doesn't happen. So this, you know, getting it on the brush, but just not touching the eyebrow for the product to come off in there. I mean, that's not a big deal. But you can see the pink now all around it. So it's pigmented. You can see the pink. But let me just leave it like that. I mean, obviously I'm not going to walk around with pink, but let me just leave it like that to see about the powder. And every product we have comes with a fact sheet. So I've got to be good about this and read the fact sheet so I know exactly how to guide all of you to apply this. And now I'm going to use a fluffy brush because this, number 4, is, oh, there I am assuming again. This is a cream. Okay, this is not a powder either. Okay, so they're creams. Both of them, both 3 and 4 are creams. They're not powders. And it's supposed to highlight. Honestly, I think we can highlight just as good with the concealer or a powder eyeshadow highlight around the brow. So, not sure why they kept it a cream there. It did highlight it though. It's doing its job, but do you really want the shine? I'm not sure about that. So I'm glad to kind of show you guys this. But I would definitely, you know, I would probably still do it because I see how the powder, like when you go to do your highlight for your eyeshadow, can stick. That's probably what they were thinking, that now the powder will stick. It's not even a cream. It's like a, I don't even know how to describe it. It's definitely not, like if I swatch it, it's just definitely more of a moisture rather than, I wouldn't even say it's a cream. So let's think about what we're going to call that. Now I'm going to get to the wax. And the wax is number 5. The wax goes directly on the brow to give this color, to actually set the color on your brow. Now I'm applying it again with my finger. I'm going to get the fact sheet in case anybody wants to know. Can we apply with the finger? Do we apply with like a brush? I guess it can be done either way, but I wouldn't want to risk with a brush, you know, spreading the product around after you just took the time to do everything. So I just put the wax on it. Let's just see. Actually, I like the fact that the highlighter is more moist. Almost like a wax itself to highlight. I'm going to see if I can use Angelic. This is always what I use under the brow. This is a great highlighter that it will stick now to this. let's see, because I think that's why they did it this way, to see if it sticks. So this is Angelic. This is one of our mineral pigments. If you wanted to skip that, oh, see that? It's popping because of that more waxy highlight underneath. This is probably how I would use it, but I would, if you don't want a lot of shine, I wouldn't use as much of 3 and 4 around the brow, but you do see how it outlined the brow. And plus you have to remember, I did put beauty serum on, so beauty serum is going to make everything a bit more shiny. I have not used my setting powder. You want to set everything with a powder to adjust a lot of the shine from the skincare. So I just put Angelic, which is a pigment powder, right around the brow, and you can see it pop now. That's really pretty. I think it's really different. I like it. I think it was well worth getting. So now I'm going to have this to use to do my brows instead of eyeshadow. If you have any questions about it, what I would do to advise people, just be careful mixing any of the 1 and 2, the brow product, in with the highlighter. I found that I did that by accident, but that can be overcome as I keep using the product. So from here, I'm not gonna set everything and take away the dewiness yet in my face, because I want to still use liquids. I want to do a little bit of my bronzer over this concealer to get some color going. You know, a quick out the door look, and then I'm gonna set everything and get everything matte where it should be matte, either by using my loose powder or pressed powder. I have the setting powder coming, so I can show everybody that as well, you know, when you catch my videos. And I've been using more of the cheaper brushes with some of the liquids. I don't want to use some of my good brushes when I use a lot of the liquids and the tanner. You know, this is the bronzer, so this is going to get me a bit more tanner today. And I'm putting it right over the concealer. So look at my brow. I really like that. It's all highlighted. It's now set. It's got wax over it. All I need to do is kind of clean it up at the threaders, you know, very soon. Maybe, I don't know. Well, actually, I won't go today because I just went and did this. Maybe this week or next week, maybe can stop in. And look at that little bit of bronzer. Give me some color. And I want to take away all of this because I put on the beauty serum. It got me very dewy. It's very hydrating, but you want to take it away by setting all of this with a powder. And then I'll do the lips and the mascara. So this is beautiful. You do this brow look with the highlight and the defined brow, and you probably don't even need much of eyeshadow. It's like a complete makeup look. And we have it in 3 different shades if you are blonde, or in the middle. It's like a light, medium, and dark, and this was the dark because I'm dark. And just going to set my face with the loose powder that I've shown. And this is going to take away all that shine. Some days I don't mind. I want to be dewy. Other days I want to be matte. I switch it up quite a bit. And always use your primer. So I did put the powder on. It didn't take away a lot of the sheen, but I do have the sheen just from the light in my lamps here. And there's this powder that I just used, the loose foundation powder. Any powder will help tone down like more of a dewy look. So right now I'm going to get to the lips, do the mascara. Maybe pop on, yeah, very simple, like it's been for me lately. Just pop on Vulnerable, which is a little pink. I have pink in my shirt. I'm going to put a little pink, and I'll be done for today. So Really, really great, really happy. So the verdict is I'm very happy with this. Why, sisters, people in this company, you did not make a big of a deal out of this. I mean, look at the beautiful highlight all around my brow. I can see it. I actually like that these are more of like that moisture instead of a powder. I think the powder would have been really subtle, but they made it very moisturizing so that you can put your own powder to, and it had its, you know, it just stuck perfectly. This pigment stuck perfectly to it. So here is the primer. I use it on my lips under our liquid lipsticks because it gives me more of a fuller lip. You're going to see this primer, because this is natural based, you can put primer on the lips, and I find that it evens out the lip and it prepares it nicely for the lip product. I don't really do this with the lipsticks. I kind of use the primer on the mouth mostly for the liquid lipstick. Oh, great to see you, M. Nicole. I don't know if you caught the beginning. I just put this brow palette on for the first time, so I am happy with it. Now this is very bold. You're going to see it's a very dark color. So my trick I've shown in a previous video, I take the concealer in Taffeta and I create my own color with it. So you can start, it's dovetailed applicator, you can start by outlining the lip and filling it in a bit. You can do a bold lip when you have less going on the eye during the day. That's what I prefer. But by no means, I mean, if you like, some people like bold eye, bold lip, you know, definitely go for it. So you can apply just like this very carefully because this gets extremely pigmented. I was inspired by, like, I get inspired by the clothes that I'm wearing and then I match it for the day with like the makeup. That's basically how in my mind I do the makeup. Ah, thank you for the like. So how do you like this color? It's not exactly, I mean, this pink in my shirt is kind of corally. It's not like the pinkest pink, but the lipstick's a bit more corally than the shirt, which is fine. So there's the liquid lipstick. I can't get over how you can really see this highlight because some of our products are very, very subtle. I'll have to get it out in the natural light for you too. I like to post the pictures. Honestly, I think I'm just going to keep this color. I often like lighten them up with the concealer. You can definitely blend the concealer like a few little dots and mix it together and create a beautiful color. But I think I really want to wear this bold. I think it came out good. I think it's just the way it matches the shirt. So going to put on, unfortunately the pigment's retired, so these are no longer available. But just going to pop on this one. As you can see, if you've caught it before, I've posted a photo of it before. It's called Vulnerable. And it's a very wearable pink. So I'm just going to pop that on today. Very subtle, see that? And then of course you girls know, if you already do your eyes, you can put, so much you can do. You can go in with your eyeliner. I always go in, is a must-have, with my mascara. You can go in with an eyeshadow to line, whatever you would like to do underneath your eye. And just doing this today. I've not been doing a lot of dimension in the crease. It's just a heavier look, and I've been sticking to like the out the door light colors with like a highlight in the inner eye or like a cream shadow. That's what I've been doing lately. You can bring it right up. It's very, just very subtle. I knew it would be. I knew it wasn't going to be like a big color pop. But then I have the bold lip and then the subtle eye, which I think is good. And you hear me tapping because you have to tap out into the cap. Very, very easy. Easy for anybody to use. Go on very, very blended. Oh, thanks so much. I could lighten up the lip. What do you think? I mean, I was going to keep it this way. I could lighten it up if any of you want to see me lighten up the lip to see how the concealer really creates like another color. Ah, thanks so much. And I do believe we have new products coming. I believe I heard at the convention they have liquid liners coming out too. So I've been using my go-tos, which is very soft black or brown. You can do a brown today. One thing that I've been doing, why don't I do what I've been doing, which I kind of haven't done really on camera before. I've been just lining the bottom and kind of winging it out and putting nothing on the top. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are making my day. Oh, you are awesome. You are awesome for these hearts. I'm going to just line the waterline and wing it out a little and let the mascara do the talking on the top. I'm so glad that, you know, I meet such nice people because not everybody has a positive experience on Facebook, but I do. I really do. Maybe I have a calming way about me. I think people, even if they're being very quiet on my video, they've been really, really nice. I have to say, you guys are really awesome. Just awesome. I get a lot of uplifting energy when I come on here. You can, if you didn't hear me say it before, these are natural base, so this is really safe for your eye. This is like one of the only liners now that I'll use in my waterline. Really safe for the eye. Now what you can do, I've been doing this for a nice natural look. You don't want to close off the eye by putting black all around it. I don't know if some of you've heard that. You, especially with your face shape, and like when you see my face shape, I like to do thin lines, a lot of thin lines, because my face is very narrow. And I know the trend is more like the bold eyeliner, but I've been doing this lately. I just take it from the bottom and go out instead of everybody going from the top and going out that way. And I feel like I like this look. Like you don't even need liner up here because the mascara is going to take care of that. So I've liked working from the, yeah, Brandy, I got the brow palette and I'm wearing it. And I just said in the beginning of the video, why didn't some people make more of a, you know, a big deal out of this? Because this is great. This is amazing. I'm finding this is much different. Like if you look at my brows, they're much more controlled. And the wax set it. I should have gotten this months ago, but a lot of people weren't getting excited enough about it, and I didn't realize it was this good. I really love it. So I got mine in dark brunette black. And I was just using the eyeshadow because, like, nobody was getting excited. Like, people, I think, were using it, but nobody was saying how it compares with the eyeshadow. And then, like, you can do a little bit up here at the top. Yeah, you love it. I should have gotten it a while back. But I saw some women, their black status, and they were talking about how they were using, they went back to like a cream shadow, or some are using the eyeshadow. It's like, wow, you can't even hold a candle. This does not hold a candle to the eyeshadow I was applying, not at all. So really, really glad I picked it up. I honestly was tired of using the eyeshadow. Yeah, I didn't like the pencil. See, I'm glad you said that because it's preference. The pencil was okay. I think it depends on your hair because mine is thick. I got real thick, like if you look at my head of here, but I've got real thick eyebrow hair. So the pencil is good maybe for somebody with like maybe a lighter hair. But I need something kind of powerful, and I wasn't really getting it. I had to keep going over it with the eyeshadow. So really happy I got this. So I guess you heard it here. It depends on your hair type. We all don't have the same head of hair. We all don't have the same eyebrow hair. And then I'm just opting not to put black liner up at the top. You can a little, but I've been doing just the bottom, and I think I like it. It's different. And then I just pop on Epic Mascara. And that's really the look. I probably could pop Angelic over here. Maybe I'll pop Angelic to highlight the inner eye. Yeah, while I'm here, I kind of just make decisions like, okay, I'm just going to work and tweak this or that. And I might even lighten up the lip colors so some of you can see. Do you ever lighten the liquid lipsticks, Brandy, with the concealer? Because I really think it's cool the way we can change it to a completely different color. And then this is the mascara. Very, very easy. It just took this to a whole nother level. I can't believe that, I mean, I'm sorry to keep repeating it, but I have to make a big deal out of this brow palette. I cannot believe just the beautiful highlight. I like it better than using the powder. The powder highlights in most, and I'm not even talking about this company, but whenever there was a powder highlight, it just wasn't powerful enough. But this one, you can really see it gleaming. Yeah, I'm very careful because I know I saw your post, Brandy, about the winged eyeliner, but I'm careful because, as you can see, my face is very narrow. I just don't have the eye space to be bringing out a wing. It just almost feels like the wing goes around a corner. So when you learn about makeup, it's definitely different working on people with a round face. I have like a square, narrow face. These are all things that makeup artists, I'm sure they keep in mind, but you just don't hear people talking about it much. So we're all kind of using the techniques that works for our face shape. Okay, so I did decide I'm going to put a little bit to lighten up. And what I can do is I can just apply it to my lip brush, and I'll lighten up the color. And this is my retractable lip brush. Hi Lisa, good to see you. I'm just creating this look today. And I'm putting a little concealer to show how we can lighten up this liquid lipstick. Like, say if this was too bold. Very little bit of concealer, and then you just keep blending it in. And it just kind of creates that lighter color on its own. So it lightens it up a bit. I don't know that I want to go any lighter than this though. It's still a little bit more, I was just saying, it's a little bit more corally than my shirt. Which I could probably mix another liquid lipstick to get it a little bit more pinker. Probably if I mix Sentimental. Let's see. We have like so many colors. Let me see if this is Sentimental. I don't know where it is actually, but we do have like a purplish one that would have gotten it a little bit closer to my shirt. But by no means am I saying you need to mix and match your lip colors exactly to your shirt. But it would have been Sentimental. Because this one is Soulful. Let me just see if I can grab it. You know what? It could be in my purse. So sorry about that. I can't show mixing Sentimental, but it would have made it a little bit more pinker. And that's pretty much the look. If this is too dewy, you can go in with the pressed powder. It's going to look less dewy when I'm not near all the lighting going on in here. So I just put a little bit of pressed powder. I didn't do any contouring. Just a nice polish out the door look. And I'm just going to give it a final look from here. You can put blush, but I think I'm going to stop because I've got like, the lip is like enough, and I think that the color on the lid would have been cool if I had found Sentimental. I will try to look for it. If any of you want to see, you know, maybe some of you want to see what would happen when I mix a few of these colors together. Yeah, but I think that's good for today. So I will post the pictures, and I'm trying to think, was there another picture I was supposed to post of something? Because I had mentioned it in the video. I can't really remember. But I will post this look. And I really wish you guys a happy Saturday, and I hope everybody feels caught up with everything they've got to do. I'm going to be going out. I'm going to go to the teaching store. I have to go get some books. So a lot of, you know, my plans are on that. Then I've got to go to the Rentham outlets if any of you are around here, because I need to go get some new shoes. I just can't find, you know, I find that the shoes, they need to give us more styles. It's like they're either really flat, and it's like all the same styles from last year. So it's good to sit with you guys. If anybody has any questions about, you know, you're looking for anything with skincare, whether it had been the serum that I've been showing, the mask from last night, or the brow palette, definitely reach out and ask me. I'm always here. Just loving these products, and I just love the condition that, you know, my skin's been a little bit acting up, and every time I put these products on, it's very breathable and wearable for the day. Very easy too. So if you're just starting out, I do recommend concealer as like the first thing that you could get, because this is the base for anything. But definitely leave me any feedback, anything you would like me to talk about or show, anything at all. And I will catch you guys later. I really appreciate you chiming in, and I cannot believe this is really an amazing brow palette. Definitely look into it if you're looking for something, because this is the result. I really love this so much more. Really nice. Okay, everybody. Bye-bye.